Hi everybody, it's Cindy at Upcycled Design Lab. For today's recycled project, I'm going to be using some tin can lids and some other recyclable items to make a fancy picture frame. I've also done this technique on a tabletop, and if you're interested in that project, I will put a link in the comments of this video. To start this project, you'll need some pieces of corrugated cardboard, and you want the pieces to be flat, smooth, and clean. So here I've marked the shapes that I need to cut, and I'm using an X-Acto knife and a metal ruler, and I'm cutting the shapes out on a cutting mat. When you're done cutting, you'll have 5 different pieces, and this video just kind of shows how the pieces are going to lay together. So this picture shows you the dimensions of the cuts that you'll be making. You may want to pause the video here if you want to write down these numbers, but you're going to cut 2 pieces of A, 2 pieces of B, and 1 piece of C. So here I'm starting with section B, and I'm just hot gluing the 2 pieces of cardboard together. This is going to end up being the back of the frame. So I'm covering it with some thin black fabric that I had on hand, and I'm covering the short ends, making sure that I go around the corners, and then I'm going back over the long side and just folding some mitered edges and hot gluing the piece into place. So here I'm using the same technique to cover piece C with the black fabric. For section A, I've gone ahead and glued the 2 pieces of the cardboard together, and this will be the front of the frame. So here I have about a 2-inch strip of the black fabric, and I'm just covering the outside edge of the frame, and then I'm going to go back and cover the inside edge as well. So here you can see I've wrapped the corner on the long side, and on the short end I'm just going to go ahead and hot glue a piece that I've folded the edge on so I have a nice clean corner. To finish the inside, I'm folding the ends in to have a nice clean corner, just making sure that the fabric touches so that the inside edge is covered. For this next step, we're going to be using the tin can lids, and these have a nice rusted finish on them. If you're interested in finding out a quick way to rust the tin, click on the link that is up in the corner of the video right now. To continue with this project, I have a 2-inch square template that I've cut out of some scrap cardboard, And I have some heavy tin snips, and I'm just going to cut the lids into some nice square shapes. The next step is to place the can lids on the frame and then to glue them in place with some E6000 glue. There should be about 1/8 of an inch gap between each of the squares and also around the inside and outside edge. Once the tin squares are in place, I'm taking some silver thumbtacks that I've also put the rusted finish on and a little bit of E6000 glue, and I'm just punching through the cardboard between each of the squares, starting in the center and then going around the inside and outside edge in the center of the piece as well. And then once I have each of the squares tacked in the center on all 4 sides, I'm going to go back in and fill in all of the gaps with more tacks. To seal the piece and to add a shiny finish, I'm brushing on some Minwax Polycoat. To assemble the frame, I'm using some more E6000 glue to attach the 2 frame pieces together. I had some scrap glass, so I have a cutting mat and my scoring tool and a ruler, and I'm just using that to score the piece and snap it. I'm not great at cutting glass, but it was close enough and it fit in the frame. Here I'm using some pull tabs from pop cans and some scrap cardboard to make the little tabs in the back to hold the back plate on. So I'm cutting some small circles and then using some E6000 glue to fill in one of the holes. Once the glue is dry on the pull tabs, I can go ahead and use the thumbtacks and some more E6000 glue to secure them in place. And more of these pull tabs could be added to use for hangers for the frame. So that's it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video and you are interested in more upcycling videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and also check out my blog at www.upcycleddesignlab.com. And also check the comments of this video to see the tabletop with this tin can finish.